Well, there's a reason why you play a little Earth, Wind, and Fire, especially September, because we can't wait, and it's going to be here before you know it, and it's going to be September, and we're going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes.
And our next guest, we call him AJ, but it's Coach Alan Johnson, safeties coach here at Arkansas State, and I know you're excited about September, but I also know well enough to know that you're ready to get that work in long before September gets here.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I try not to rush to September first game day because there's a lot of preparation involved first. But first thing is first, and that's day one of practice, and one practice at a time, and until we work all the way up to Nebraska.
Red Wolf Roll Call Radio, we're live. It's AState Football Media Day 2017 right here on ESPN Jonesboro 92.7. Ritter Communications, Tubetown, Channel 21. It's all brought to you by J-Town's Grill, attention members and guests. And I tell you what, Coach, if anybody needs more time in fall camp with a particular group, it's you, because you've got a lot of new faces on that back end for you, and I know you're going to get to know them. And of course, they all come in with a lot of accolades and very athletically gifted, but as we were talking about on the coaching side of things, you need some cohesion. You're going to need some cohesion on that back end too.
That's right. You know, you lose a lot of chemistry. You know, you lose Cody Brown, you lose Monty Hunter, Chris Humes, you know, those guys that's been with us for this long, you know, and then you bring in new guys on a new defense, and now you got to try to develop their chemistry, working together, you know, being on the same page. And that was good about those guys last year that I had. They was all on the same page. So that's my work ahead of me.
Well, let's talk about those new faces, and then obviously having a guy like Justin Clifton back there is not a bad thing either, but just talk about some of those new faces that are going to be back there that you're going to have to rely on.
Yeah, you know, the first guy that came in, he came in June, that's Dario Jackson, you know, really good football player. He was a team captain, you know, at his junior college, which I liked. It means he's a leader, you know. And since he's been here, you know, he's been leading, he's been learning. He's in my office. Anytime I'm in office, he's in the office. You know, hey coach, I need to go over this, I need to go over that. You know, so you know that's a good deal because he does it on his own. I don't tell him to come in there. That's what he wants to do. You know, so that's a good thing. And you know, I'm very pleased with his progression as far as learning our defense. You know, I talked to some of the players like Justin Clifton. I said, man, how's Dario doing? He said, Coach, he's good, man. He's good. He's learning it fast. He's making plays. And, you know, even the offensive guy says, you know, yeah, he's good, you know. So, you know, that makes me feel really good, you know. And then the next guy, you know, was Michael Johnson. You know, he came in July, you know, kind of end of June. And he's another guy that picked up on the defense really fast. And, you know, he's out there, you know, turning eyes with the guys on our team. So, you know, respect is earned and not given. And those guys have earned respect from our teammates already. So, you know, it's just a matter of those guys continue to improve and stuff like that. You know, Michael Johnson, you know, he was a team captain, you know, in junior college. So we're talking about two really good leaders that have came in and, you know, it's going to have to pick up their role where, you know, where Monty and Cody Brown was in. And then Jeffrey Gibson came in today, you know, all 6'4" of them walked in the door. And I looked up at him, I said, man, it's about time, you know. But, you know, but I'm glad to have him. He's in good spirits. And, you know, I think he's going to bring something to the table, too, because his experience playing at Clemson. You know, so, you know, so with those three guys, we have a good group of guys that came in and, you know, now it's just ready to start playing with the toys, you know.
You know, this is our 8th year that we've done Football Media Day. And I don't think I've ever asked this question going into fall camp, but reflecting back on spring, very physical spring.
Right.
And especially with your group, I mean, they knew it's like, okay, there's going to be some new guys coming in.
Right.
So I kind of felt like that they really worked hard, and they, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to press the coaches because I want some playing time when it comes to fall.
That's right. You know, they did. You know, B.J. Edmonds, you know, and I hadn't even talked about B.J., but, you know, B.J. has a lot of experience back there playing. You know, we really don't ever talk about him, but I mean.
Baptism under fire for him last year.
Exactly right, because, you know, he's a true freshman. I had to throw him in games. And he did a phenomenal job. He got better every game. Really, really smart football player. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I found out real early about, you know, Dario and Michael and including BJ too, that they're really, really smart football players. And there's no substitution for that. You know, I really have a really, really smart football player and some guy that can run 4-1 can't get lined up. You know what I'm saying? If he's 4-1 and fast, that means he's running the wrong direction fast. If you get what I'm saying, if he can't get lined up. But yeah, those guys in the spring, man, they was trying to, you know, they was trying to get it, you know, which is good, you know, and it just tells you the standard we have on our team, on how hard we play and how physical we play. You know, it's just a standard on our defense, and no matter who you are, that's how you're going to play.
Well, let me ask you, and I know we got to make this thing quick, fast, and then hurry and get you in and out, but what are you most looking forward to? I mean, obviously having a lot of new toys, and of course, one of the things that I've gotten to know from National Signing Day with these new guys that are coming in, every one of them has personalities, and it's not like you didn't have personalities last year in your group, but what are you most looking forward to now that fall camp is opening here in these first few days?
You know, I'm just looking for improvement every day. Trying to develop their chemistry, unselfish play, you know, because that's what it's really going to take. You know, you want to be a great team. You talk about being a great team, you know, #1 in a group of 5, and, you know, all those type of things. But it takes great chemistry. It takes discipline. It takes all those things to be a great, great team and a great defense, great offense, no matter what it is. But those fundamental things don't change, and so those things, as far as, you know, working together, being on the same page, you know, working hard, doing what we ask you to do, those are things that I look for, and if they do those things, then the sky's the limit for them.
Well, he is our safeties coach, and it's always a pleasure, and we look forward to 8:50 a.m. tomorrow and get this thing started.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Coach Alan Johnson, we appreciate you, my man.
All right, man, thanks for having me.
Always good to see you.
All right.
That's Coach Johnson, and I tell you what, we'll hit a quick break, and coming up next, the defensive coordinator of this A-State football team, Coach Joe Coffin.